This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. Very good morning to all. So in last session, we discussed about styling React component, how we can style a document, and how we can add external CSS, and how we can add inline CSS. That's what we see. Now in this session, what I want to explain, there is a concept called conditional rendering. I want to render something conditionally. So for example, if user logged in, display something. If user not logged in, display such a kind of component. See, we can display the content conditionally, right? We can display the content conditionally. We can display the components also conditionally. Component means, for example, I have a home component, right? We can create a home component, and we can create something called login component. When can I display the home component? When can I display the login component? User logged in, I have to display this component. If user not logged in, I will display this component. Can you see how the things are going to be happen? Exactly. Check this, how the conditional rendering. And one more thing, adding styles. Now we can add styles, right? Adding styles to the document conditionally. So we can add the styles, not only styles, and we can do many things by using these conditions. First of all, how to write conditions on the document. I think everybody know if and else. So if some condition, and if the condition is okay, otherwise else block will be executed. This is, I think, everybody know if else statement. Here we can have some condition. If this condition is okay, I want to display one component. If this condition is not okay, I want to display some other component. Can you see how we are going to? I think you should get an idea. Components also we can render conditionally. So by using if else statement, I want to return home component if you logged in. If you didn't logged in, I have to redirect you back to login component. Can you see? This is what exactly the conditional rendering. So you have one more operator that is called ternary operator. Ternary OPERAT or ternary operator also. This ternary operator will be the following. This is going to be condition, and if the condition is evaluated, we can display the home component. Otherwise, we can display the login component. Can you see what I am doing? So here, if user is logged in, if the condition is true, simply says not logged in, condition is true, this component will be displayed. If the condition is false, this will be displayed. So I think you guys know the syntax of this ternary operator, I believe. So condition, if this condition is okay, question mark, generally we'll call it as a true block. And if this is okay, then true block. Otherwise, this is going to be called as false block. Exactly, this is what we know, right? Right, true block or false block. Right. So now you can just check this. What is this true block? What is this false block? When this will be executed, if the condition is okay, this will be executed. If the condition is not true, this is going to be executed. That's why it is false block. This is called true block. And we have one more operator finally, short circuit operator, CRCUIT, short circuit operator, OPERAT, or short circuit operator. What is this short circuit operator? It will become with a double and symbol. This is going to be something like this. It is also, here we don't have any else block here. You can see here we have if else. I mean, there is true. If it is a if the condition is evaluated to true, this will be executed. If the condition is evaluated to false, this is going to be executed. Here also, if the condition is evaluated, this will be executed. If the condition evaluated, this will be executed. But in the short circuit operator, we have only true situation. For example, here I have condition. If the condition is okay, then display the component. We don't have else here. So just this is the condition. And if this condition is okay, only true block will be displayed here. So you can write simply true block is going to be displayed. We don't have any false block here, and we cannot write false block. Just this condition is okay, this will be displayed. If this is not okay, this is not going to be displayed. That's all. Only one one situation. Here we can handle the both situation. If this is true, and this will be executed. If this is false, this will be executed. But here, if the condition evaluated to true, only this will be executed. If this condition is false, this won't execute it. So I think you got some clarity. Let me show you the implementation, how we can add these operators in the JSX, I mean in the HTML. Normally conditions in the React, in the sense I am talking about, see, conditional rendering. This is my word, don't forget this word, conditional rendering, where we can render the data in the render method JSX, right? We have JSX in the render method, right? There, how can we render some data conditionally? Normally you have if, else if, and switch, all we can use wherever you want. But inside the JSX, I want to write some conditions. So we can write if statement and ternary operator and short circuit operator. Let me show you. You will get an idea what exactly we are going to do. Okay, for example, let me create a file, some name, conditions.js. I'm creating a file with name conditions.js. Okay, let me create a class component, RCE. Yeah, let us avoid the default export from here. Okay, now let us define some state also, or constructor shortcut I'm using. Right, so this is the constructor is defined. Let me save the file. Let me import this component into front end. So what is the component we created? Conditions. Actually, the thing is here conditional rendering. But don't worry, let me remove all these things. Right? Okay, this design also removed. Okay, fine. So now we didn't render anything actually inside of it. Now what we need to do here, let us go and let me write some condition in the component. I'm writing is user logged in. I'm writing one key in the object. Sorry, so state object having one key, is user logged in true. If a user is logged in, I have to display one component. If user not logged in, I have to display one component. How can we do this conditionally? Let me do one thing. We have many ways are there. We can use short circuit operator, we can use if else statement, we can use ternary operator also. For this, let me do one thing quickly. Let me create two components. One is a home, or anything you can take, no problem. Home, not only home component, I want to render something conditionally. Okay, right. Now you can take any of the component here, RFCE. Let me write some h1 tag here by saying that welcome to home. Simply welcome to home, that's all. Now you can create one more component. Let us go and create a component with login.js. You can create it as a functional or you can create it as a class, no problem. Now I'm going to make this as a h1 tag open, h1 tag close, login here, something I'm making and the login here. Now you can see these components are going to be imported here. How? Conditionally. Now, if this is true, home component should be displayed. If that is false, that component should be displayed. Now you can see how we will do this. Add the JSX. In the JSX, I am writing ternary operator. This dot state dot is user logged in equal to true. All right, if it is equal to true, then I have to display home component. Can you see the component is imported, right? Otherwise, we have to display login component. Okay, right. This is what exactly the concept. Now you can go and refresh the page. You will understand what is the output we are getting there. Localhost colon 3000. Now you can see you are getting, oh, file to compile inline design is not defined. Okay, then why this error is coming on line number app.js line number 16.8. Okay, go to the line number 16.8. So do we have anything in the app.js right now? Oh, this is not defined, right? Remove this, right? So earlier we removed, but okay, let me remove all these spaces here, right? This is all our component finally, right? So now refresh the page. Now you can check this. Welcome to home. You are getting the output from the home component. Actually, if you have any confusion here still, you can write this as a home component for the clarity. Home component, this is going to be login component, If you logged in, it should be displayed home component. Now let me make my condition here. In the condition, I'm making my condition as false. Now you can check this. It is going to be login here component. Or else you can do one thing. By taking a small button here, we can toggle it. Na? So let us see. Button open, button close. I'm just going to button open, button close. Toggle, T-O-G-G-L-E, toggle. So on click this button, I want to change my state. Right. So here, let us inline state here. Let me write inline state here directly. This dot set state. In this, I have to update the state. What is the state? Is user logged in. This dot, not this dot, state dot use user logged in. Now you can see, actually I'm making this as a, actually that is false actually. If I can click this button, it has to become true. Okay, let me set it true initially. This is going to be true. I'm updating the state like this. Now you can see, if I can click toggle, can you see it is rendering conditionally now? Already we've seen this type of situation where while we're working with life cycle methods, we seen I want to hide the clock component. I want to show the clock component. When we are hiding, we are having some problem, state updation problem. Right now, we don't want to write component did mount quantum component update because we are not updating any kind of state here in the any component. So that's not required. When it is required, you are hiding a component, the hidden component state you are trying to update. In this point of time, we have to write the component will unmount for cleaning the services. So here we don't require this component will unmount and all. Just we can go like this. Okay, perfect. Now this is fine. We are able to display the output conditionally. Yeah, this is all conditionally we are able to see now. You can do one more thing. You know one thing, I'm removing completely. Okay, you got this clarity. Let me give this into a separate file. So this is if statement. Okay, we can write if statement in the render method like this. Can you see now the same I want to do in a different scenario? It is by using if else statement. Let me do the same scenario by using if else. So this is the first case we did it. Now the second case I am going to do. I remove. And we know one thing, every render method should have return statement. Without return statement, you can't do anything, right? Yes or not? You have an error. Your render method should have a return statement. That is the error I'm having. Okay. So now what I need to do, you can write one condition. Okay. Can you see in the else block, all of you try to see what I'm doing here, right? In this if statement render method, we can write conditions directly. In the JSX only, you cannot write directly. Okay, this dot state dot I'm writing is user logged in. Now you can see here we have to take a div tag open, div tag close. In the div, sorry, you have to return and my god, let us remove this. So if user logged in, do something. If user not logged in, we have to do something, right? Okay, it should return here. Remember carefully, I'm going to write home component. Otherwise you have to return login component. We can write like this also. This is also valid scenario. Can you see where is our JSX? I'm displaying the JSX conditionally in my render method. This is the JSX, guys. You can do like this also. All right. Now, if you can refresh the page, now you can check this. The same output again you can see. Now you're getting welcome component. You can go and change this as a false. Now you will get the login component, right? We can do something. You can go and check this. Now you will get the login component. Or else, sir, I want to take more HTML here. If you want to take open written, inside of it, take a div tag open, div tag close. Inside of it, we can write home. Or else you want to make any other, yes, we can make any other HTML you required here. Right here also, if it is just one line, we don't need this actually. Simply we can write like this, return div tag open, div tag close. Here we can write login. Yes, this is also valid. So now can we see we are rendering something conditionally. This is a written and it is returning some component. Okay, so now you can write some paragraph tag here. I am writing some description. Now you can check this. If logged in, that will become. So if this is going to be some other paragraph tag, welcome something I'm writing. Now you can see you're getting that file also now. Sometimes you need to render more HTML in the JSX. I mean, in this point of time, we can take a parent div. In the parent div, we can write all the things which are necessary. Some not only one component, right? Conditionally, sometimes you have to display 5 6 components conditionally. Then definitely we have to go like this only. Conditional rendering. If logged in, display something like this. If user is not logged in, display something like this also. Okay, this is one kind of scenario. Try to see. I'm going to take you this into the render method. This is the second way of the scenario. I will share you all this. You can also practice. Okay, this is the second way. Done. Is it copied? Yeah. So this is the second way of handling the conditional rendering. Sometimes what they will do, they will take the data into variables and they will insert the data into JSX and let me do this scenario also. This time what I'm going to do here, I'm removing everything, right? We know that render method should have return statement. Without return statement, we can do anything exactly. Okay, let me do one thing. How can we add this and all? I'm going to make a variable taking data into a variable. Let us take one variable. Let some content is equal to it is empty. Right now we don't have anything. So I'm writing one condition. If this dot state dot user logged in equal to true or just a true, right? So now you can write this and now you can see this is going to be else block. Can you see in the return statement what they will do? Return. Finally they are writing return here. Return. In this we have a div tag open, div tag close. Inside of it they will print the content. What is they doing? They will print the content. For example, in the content you can take welcome. Now you can see you will get the output as welcome. Yes, you are getting output as welcome only. What is the variable you taken? That variable data also directly we can print. But what I want to do, I don't want print welcome here. Now you can see content, content content is equal to, if user logged in, display the home component. We can do like this also. Here the same variable we can take content is equal to, you can take something called login. Okay, so we can do like this and both are valid. And now you can see we are writing condition in the render method. Render method is have return statement. In the return statement we are passing that content variable. Now you can see based on the situation you will get the output as we expected. Now you can see you are getting login component. Why login component? What is the value you defined here? False. Let us make it as a true. If you can make it as true, now you can go and refresh the page. You are getting welcome to home component. So like this also we can render. Like this also we can render the data. Can you see what we are doing here? This is also one situation. So let us copy the same render method again. So check this. We have multiple ways are there when we are displaying data, right? This is also valid. Third way of we can take the data into variables conditionally. That variable we can pass into the JSX. It is what happened conditionally. If user logged in, conditionally we are changing the value of the content. Logged in, content is home. If not logged in, content is going to be login. That value will be displayed in the following. Okay, right. So this is what we can do. And finally, I want to give you the thing of short circuit operator also. Okay, let me go one thing here. In this, let me take some users. For example, users equal to our subjects. Okay, let me take simply subjects. Why should we take this much? Subjects is equal to simply whatever it may be, you can check it. That may be an array of object, that may be any other HTML. I can take CSS, I can take JavaScript, right? So these are the subjects we have. Okay, now you can check this. How do we know we have subjects or not? Okay, I'm cleaning this console. Let us go. I'm removing everything here. I don't want to take anything. Just I'm taking some h1 tag open, h1 tag close, some test I'm taking. Okay, refresh the page. If we can refresh the page, I have an error. Oh my God. Can you see the error? H1, capital H1 is not defined. Actually, elements are case sensitive in React. We can, for example, you can write the same capital H1 in the HTML, it will work. But in React, you have to take always small letters only. You cannot take capital letters for elements, right? So just I'm writing test here, no need to worry. Now you can see the output will be something went wrong. Why something went wrong? Right, we have output only. Okay, now here, can we see, I'm going to write something here, the short circuit operator in the console. Okay, console.log, can you check this dot state dot subjects, subjects, subjects. Okay, now you can refresh the page. Can you see in the console we are getting the subjects now, subjects of the state we are getting from the state object. Okay, very nice. Now what I need to do, sir, here, now you can check this, subjects are not there in the array. If data is not there, how can I iterate? It is not possible now. Okay, let me save the file and let me go to the browser, and can you see what are you getting here? I'm getting an empty array. Earlier we have subjects, we got it. Right now I don't have anything, that's why I'm getting an empty array. Otherwise you can refresh it and you can see an empty array here. This is an empty array, we don't have any data in the square bracket. Then what we need to do, sir, here, do we have data there? No, we don't have any data there, but we are getting something like this. So now let me keep some data. Perfect. Now can we see, I'm writing subjects dot length. Okay, subjects dot length, the total number of subjects are 3 now. Yes, we have 3. Sometimes, okay, now this is okay now, right? We can write. Now can we see, I'm writing this like this only, and now can you see, and operator, this is a short circuit operator, this dot state dot subjects dot length. Okay, I'm writing in the console, what is the output you will get? You are getting, oh, what is the output we are getting? Dot length we are getting a, okay, fine, we are getting dot length, and the length of the subjects you are getting 3. Now you can see I don't have any subjects here. Now the subjects are empty, it is 0. Okay, now if we can refresh the page, you are getting 0. If it is 0, can we get the output? So we don't have anything right here, or else you can do one thing, simply I applied this operator, right? Subjects, okay. Actually, what we need to do here, let me do one thing here. Let me come to the JSX. Okay, I'm taking the JSX. Try to see here. This dot state dot subjects. This dot state dot subj series subjects and short circuit operator. If this is okay, I'm writing a message called welcome. Okay, now try to see. This is the welcome I write. Short circuit operator I used it there. If this is okay, if this is in the state, this will be printed. Okay, let me go and check this. You're getting welcome message, right? For example, let me do one thing. This time I'm removing subjects from the state completely. There is no state called subjects. Now I'm checking subjects are there and print the welcome. Now can we go and check this? We don't have anything on the screen. Can you see what I told you earlier? If this is okay, if this is okay, print this. Otherwise don't print this, only one. Now you can add subjects also. Now you can see I'm adding subjects only. I'm adding subjects. Now welcome will be printed now. Let me do one thing. I'm going to write one more condition if you want. This dot state dot subjects. You can go this dot state dot subjects. Yes, subjects. If this is also okay, subjects, right? Now you can see, and I'm writing again a message welcome. Then what is happening in this point of time? You know, both the cases should be, this should be true and this should be true. Dot length, let me take dot length length greater than 0 or less than 0, no? Sorry, greater than 0. At least one record is there. Can you see? This should be first of all defined in the state, and after defining, the length should be greater than 0. I mean at least one record is there, then only this will be printed. Now do we have the length of the array or anything in the array? We don't have any length, right? Length is 0. Now you can see, are you getting any output on the screen? No, we are not getting any output on the screen. Now you can add some elements in the state object. Now you can see I'm taking HTML, I'm taking CSS, like this I'm taking some subjects. Now you can check this. this will be printed properly. Welcome is printed now. Why? Because this is already defined in the state. Okay, after defining the state, the length of the state of subjects is also greater than 0. There is 2 now, 2 greater than 0. Condition is true. If this is true, then only this will be executed. This is a short circuit operator. You want to go with home component? Yeah, you can write home component also. HOME, home component you want to display conditionally? Yes. Now what is going to be happen? You can see the home component. Welcome to home component conditionally rendering. Understand guys, here this is sometimes you want to iterate the subjects. You know one thing, let me write one thing. Here how the people will do, HTML, CSS, bootstrap, and I want to make JavaScript like this. I'm having some subjects, JavaScript, and we have something. Okay, now, okay, this is I'm fine. I'm fine with this condition. Now you can see I want to repeat the loop also. If data is not there in the subjects array, how can I repeat the loop? Actually, it is not possible, right? Let me do one thing. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to write a loop here. How we can write a loop? Can you check this? The same condition I'm writing, this dot state dot subjects. First of all, it should be defined in the state object subjects, and the length should be this dot state dot subjects dot length. Why this is subjects dot length, length is greater than 0. Finally, and now you can see what I want to do. This dot state dot, can you check this what I'm doing here? This dot state dot subject subjects dot map. I can iterate the map function only. First subject should be there in the state, and it has some length. After that only I can write the map function for iterating data. Yes, we can do like this also. We can take item item comma index. You can see paragraph tag open close. In this I want to print the item. Here you can take key equal to index exactly. Okay, right. Now you can just check this. What is the output of the program? Can you see all the subjects are printed now? This is what exactly we can do. If there is no subjects, now you can see, first of all, no subjects. I'm removing completely, array is empty. Are we going to get anything on the screen? You're not getting anything on the screen, right? Yes. So, and subjects, so totally subjects is not there in my state. Now you can check this. We don't have any output on the screen. So this is going to be conditional, but keep it in mind. So we don't have else block in the short circuit operator. If these two are okay, if these two conditions are okay, immediately the next should be executed. This is executing, the map function is iterating the data now. Yes guys, this is what you need to do here. Okay, so this is all called conditional rendering. Sometimes you want to add styles conditionally. Yeah, we can do that too also. Let us take one style here. I want to take a h1 tag. So welcome styling, welcome to styles. I'm writing something. I want to add some style to this element conditionally. If you use welcome to rom, okay, welcome to rom. If a user is, for example, you can take a status and status is equal to, let me take, what shall we do? Status is equal to true, false. Oh, whatever you can do, no problem. status status is equal to true. Okay, you can take anything. Just I'm taking this status is equal to true. Now you can see how can we add inline style here. Now you can check this conditionally. Style is equal to JSX. In the JSX, we can write some condition. Can you see the condition? This dot state dot status. Okay, the status, if the status is okay, I want to add some styles here. This is a style object. Otherwise, add some style. Now can you see the style object, how I'm adding? Color colon red. So we can add color red. So we can add color green, something like this also we can add. And this is also valid. So if the status is true, red color will be added. If the status is false, green color will be added. So this is what conditional styling. So now you can check this, red color is there. Now I'm going there, let me change the value to false, and we can see the output will come as a green. Exactly, these are the things which are very, very important. Please keep it in mind. So always it's a good idea how we can render something conditionally. This is what exactly the real time. So React we are learning, but this type of scenarios we have to be much grip, we have to get some good grip on this type of things. Conditionally how to do something, conditionally I want to loop something, conditionally I want to do some other and some other, whatever it may be. So these are the mostly used and important things. Now you can check this is all the three ways. So you can try to practice them, so it will be easy and it will be helpful to you a lot for our real-time application development. Okay, I'm providing you all these three scenarios. You can just copy and you can try to practice. Okay, let us go. I'm copying, I'm sharing you in the chat window. Copy them. Practice is mandatory here. Okay, I shared you everything in the chat window, and you try to copy the code, right, and try to get some practice. Okay, right guys, so this is what conditional rendering. The next thing we have to discuss about new concept guys here, this I will talk about tomorrow. Will you available tomorrow guys? What do you say?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it
Yes, sir.
okay for
We'll
you?
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about Nitish?
Yeah, sir. Sir,
Okay, okay,
tomorrow
fine.
I'm not available, sir.
Okay, okay,
Sir,
okay, okay,
sir, I will come to Hyderabad tomorrow.
okay, 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 no problem Nitish. Okay, we can see on Monday, no worries about it. Okay, okay Kiran, we can see tomorrow, no problem. Okay, you are asking some doubt, I think. Let me know Kiran.
No, sir. I don't have anything. I'm fine.
Okay, Kiran. So you can go with the scenario. This is enough, I believe, for the day. And tomorrow we can discuss Axios. This is also very important, right? I mean, on the Monday
Okay.
we can discuss about this Axios concept, Ajax calls, how to work with Ajax. Okay, that we can see tomorrow.